my dear listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen tomorrow on Y&R. Adam and Nick set a deadly trap that destroys Phyllis' world. The young and the restless is getting more and more dangerous, and Phyllis Summers is once again right in the middle of it all. Recent spoilers and recaps show that Phyllis is being ripped apart in public in Genoa City, while Adam Newman and Nick Newman are getting close to a dangerous trap in Las Vegas. The mysterious Matt Clark connection is getting harder to ignore. Nick is also going off the rails in ways that could put the whole plan in danger. The story is so interesting right now because there is pressure coming from both sides at the same time. Phyllis isn't just fighting with Lily Winters in Genoa City, she is also having to deal with the consequences of her own choices. Nick and Adam are trying to stay focused on the bigger mission in Las Vegas. But the more they dig, the more things fall apart. The Young and the Restless does this kind of soap opera crossfire best. A mix of personal shame and a threat of danger. Phyllis' problems begin when she won't give up. Even though her fake kidnapping plan has made people around her sick and suspicious, she still acts like she can outsmart everyone in the room. In the most recent recap, Phyllis is already so alone that she is sitting at the GCSE by herself, staring at her reflection in a knife. When Lily comes in and everything goes crazy, Phyllis doesn't say she is sorry or back down. Instead, she does what she always does. She needles, turns, and pushes until the conversation turns into a war. That war gets personal very quickly. Phyllis blames Lily for Ken's downfall and keeps stabbing her in the back. While Lily fires back at Phyllis has no right to tell anyone what to do after stealing power and causing her own problems. When Victoria shows up and joins Lily in reminding Phyllis that her kids aren't talking to her, that fight gets even worse. This is very hard time for Phyllis because it takes away her usual armor. Even though she acts tough, she is being reminded that her ambition has cost her something much worse than status, her family's trust. The headline about Phyllis' world collapsing works so well because of this. It's not just about a business failure or a romantic failure, it's about a person who built her life on control suddenly realizing that she may have lost the one thing she cannot control with confidence. Lily and Victoria aren't just making fun of her, they are also telling her that she may have gone too far and ended up with nothing she can really hold on to. In terms of soap operas, that kinds of emotional breakdown that can change a character for weeks. While Phyllis is trapped in Genoa City, Adam and Nick are in Las Vegas on a completely different mission to tell the truth about Matt Clark. Recent spoilers show that Adam is getting closer to Risa Thompson and finding a possible connection to Matt Clark. Nick, on the other hand, is sure that everything is finally coming together. Adam thinks that the poker game angle might lead to the truth, and Nick is all ready to act as soon as he thinks he has proof. The problem is that Nick isn't at his best right now. That's when the risk really goes up. Recaps show Nick secretly taking pills, having trouble staying coherent, and almost falling asleep while talking to Sharon and Chelsea on the phone. Even before the audience sees how badly he's falling apart, they can tell that something is wrong. Chelsea is worried that Adam might be going back to his darker instincts, and Sharon thinks Nick sounds different and isn't telling the whole truth. It's not just that Nick is tired, he is becoming a problem in a situation that needs to be very focused. That instability is important because the trap around Matt Clark seems to be based on timing, caution, and control. Adam is trying to plan ahead by setting up meetings and using Risa to get more information. Nick gets very angry and ready to act as soon as he hears what Adam thinks. Matt would want that kind of reaction. If a dangerous enemy can get you to make a mistake first, he doesn't have to beat you directly. There's a lot of emotional irony here. Adam and Nick have been on opposite sides of every issue for most of their lives. So it's amazing to see them work together. Recent leaks even say that Adam is willing to help Nick and keep him safe while the trap is being set. That's important because it shows that the story isn't just about getting back at someone. There is also a shaky trust, loyalty to family, and the chance that two brothers who have been working against each other for years might finally come together to fight a common enemy. And the soap opera alliance is no different from the others. Nick is clearly too emotional to be fully strategic, especially when Matt Clark is around. If he rushes in before Adam's plan is ready, everything could fall apart. If he keeps hiding his drug use and tiredness, he could make things even more dangerous for everyone around him. The tension works because viewers can see both sides of the story at the same time. The mission is almost done, but it could also go horribly wrong with one bad choice. This is also why Phyllis is such a great contrast to the Vegas story. Both she and Nick are falling apart but for different reasons. Nick is getting weaker and weaker both physically and mentally as he tries to stay ahead for a dangerous enemy. Phyllis, on the other hand, is falling apart socially and emotionally while trying to convince herself that she is still in charge. One plot is about a man who loses his focus in the middle of a mission, and the other is about a woman who loses her place in the very place she thought she had fought her way back to the top. They make it seem like no one is safe and no one is stable, and that's what makes this arc so interesting. Every character is taking a chance on themselves, and every chance has a risk. Phyllis has taken a chance that being brave will keep her from being embarrassed. Adam has put his money on the line that careful planning can outsmart a dangerous man. Nick is betting that he can keep going even though his own life is falling apart too enough to find out the truth. But the spoilers say that in soaps, the house always wins unless someone pays the price first. Right now, Phyllis looks like she might be the one who pays emotionally, and Nick might be the one who pays operationally if he can get himself under control. The best part of the current story is that it won't let anyone thread stand on its own. Phyllis is embarrassed at the GCAC, Adam is carefully sneaking in, Nick is going too far, and Matt Clark is always there watching. Phyllis' desperation can get worse after a humiliating loss in Genoa City. Nick's situation in Vegas could make it harder for Adam to move forward. Adam's doubt can help the trap get closer to being finished. It all feels like a chain reaction that needs just one spark to start. When people hear that Phyllis' world is falling apart because Adam and Nick are setting a deadly trap, it's not just flashy soap language. It accurately describes where the story is going. Phyllis is losing power in public, losing power with her kids, and losing the idea that he can get though any problem by lying. Adam and Nick are getting closer to a fight that could reveal Matt Clark, but only if they can get through each other, their feelings, and the mistakes that dangerous men love to take advantage of. This is classic and young and restless. A city full of secrets, a family full of problems, and a trap that might catch the bad guy or close on the people trying to set it. Phyllis can already feel the ground slipping away from her. Adam is trying to find the truth. Nick is doing his best to stay together long enough to finish the job. And that's when things get really dangerous in a soap like this. And here's the part that really stays with me. This isn't just about a trap being set, it's about who breaks first when the pressure becomes too much. Because when people start losing control at the same time, nothing goes according to a plan. And that's exactly when the real damage happens. In my opinion, the most dangerous player right now isn't the obvious one. It's the one who thinks they still have everything under control, and that illusion can shatter in a second. Phyllis is fighting like she always does, but this time it feels different, almost like she's not just fighting others, She's fighting the truth she doesn't want to face, and Nick, she is walking a line that feels thinner every moment. One wrong step, and he doesn't just lose the mission, he could lose himself. That's what makes this so intense. Nobody is thinking clearly anymore, and when emotion replaces strategy, even the best plan can collapse without warning. So now I have to ask you, is Phyllis finally about to face the consequences that cannot talk her way out? Or will she somehow flip the game again at the last second? And what about Nick? Can he really hold it together long enough to finish what he started? Or is he the one who's about to bring everything crashing down? Here's my prediction. This trap won't end clean. It never does. Someone unexpected is going to pay the price, and it might not be the person everyone is watching right now. And when that moment hits, it's going to change the balance in Genoa City in a way we won't recover from quickly. So keep your eyes on the small details in quiet moments, because that's where the real story is hiding. And when you feel that shift coming, come back and tell me what you saw first. Because something big is closer than it looks.